everyone, and welcome to this month's Qubit Network's Employee Spotlight. And today I'm happy to be here with Jill Salo.
Nice to meet you.
Jill is a project manager for Qubit,
Yes,
and I'm excited to learn a little bit more with Jill and have a nice little conversation here. So I have a list of questions.
Okay.
Right? So Jill, describe a day in the life of a project manager.
Here at Qubit, every day looks a little bit differently as a project manager, I can tell you that. So with my position here, the life cycle of working with projects, actually I touch a lot of different areas within our own organization internally, from sales, all the way through operations, working and collaborating with the clients, all the way till you wrap up a project and close. So a day can involve a lot of emailing and communication, planning, scheduling, follow-up, working on scope of projects. So I guess a lot of organizational skills and a lot of communication heavy for a day.
And then also working with our finance group too.
Oh,
so
yeah, I
taking
touch
it
with
from
them
sales all the way through the project, and then making sure we're invoicing and all that as well.
All the way to close.
And so I'm proud of the fact that we've grown to have a project manager.
Me too.
Right, which is great, and I'm excited that you kind of rose to the occasion and took this on, and you've done a fantastic job doing it.
And I enjoy it because I get to communicate with a lot of people. It involves a lot of different, the clients, the stakeholders internally, all of the different departments. So I enjoy that piece of it.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you had the opportunity to meet anyone of your choice, who would it be?
I thought a little bit about this one, and there are so many people we could all say would be neat to have an opportunity to, talk to. I thought about it, and I think what would be really neat would be kind of time travel backwards through history and meet all of my ancestors.
Oh,
so that's more than one person, but
that's cool.
My grandmother on my father's side had done some genealogy before the internet, where you had to write the letter to get records when people came over to the U.S. And she has some old pictures of great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, and I just think it would be really neat to be able to go all the way back through time and meet all those different people to see where you came from and how they lived and what they were like.
That's awesome. I agree. So where was that family that your grandmother found? Where were they from?
Germany.
Okay.
So my family came over from Germany. We have all the boat records and all that, and then my mom's side of the family, German and Norwegian. So heavy in that area.
Yeah, cool.
I just think that would be neat.
That's cool. Growing up in Minnesota, that makes a lot
Growing
of
up
sense,
in Minnesota,
right?
well, parents from farm community, North Dakota, and then Minnesota.
Cool.
So.
Okay, what is a funny story that your family would tell about you?
I thought about this one too, and there's a couple funny stories, but I think the one that's kind of a neat funny story is when I was a kid, I had a little 50cc Honda mini bike.
Nice.
And we would go from Minnesota back to North Dakota to visit the family, and both sides of my family lived maybe about 30 miles apart, my mom and dad's side of the family. But on my mom's side, there were 12 of us cousins, and I was one of the older, and we'd always haul our motorcycles up on the farm, and we'd ride all through the fields and everything. But one day we had all of the cousins out at the farm, and they all wanted to ride on the mini bike. So what I did is, they called it the wagon train. I hooked probably about 5 or 6 wagons up behind my mini bike in a row, and then threw all the cousins in it and drove them all over the farmhouse property.
Cool.
So that was actually kind of funny. We have a picture of it actually.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a funny story.
You should try to recreate that picture. Right?
I did. I just sold my Fat Boy, but it would look pretty funny to see a Fat Boy going down the road with wagons behind it.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
I actually wrote this down because I wanted to give kind of the full aspect so you can understand where my heart is in this. So I have always had a big heart for our youth, and I was blessed enough for a season of quite a few years at a church I belonged to volunteer lead a youth group.
Yeah.
And had
I think
a
you
group.
met Josh through that, right?
So Josh was like the next church up the street from where I was attending at the time, and actually that's how I met Josh, was through collaboration of youth leaders at that time.
Yeah.
So I've known him for a
long
while,
time.
and was surprised when I came to Cuba and he was here.
That's cool.
But I've always had a heart for youth, and I think if I could just pick any job a sustaining job that I could have, it would be helping our youth navigate the world we live in today.
Yeah.
So help them navigate through the pressures and influences I see as intended to cause confusion and chaos in their lives right now.
No doubt.
Help them understand who they are, and help them reach their full potential. I think we have so many kids that they're not reaching their full potential. They're not getting that positive influence.
Big time.
So
that's
what
awesome.
I would do.
Yeah, very, very cool. When you get a chance to vacation, right, where do you like to go?
I think I would pick, I don't do a lot of vacationing just for time's sake, but when I do have some time to get away and do something I enjoy, it's usually out in the country, somewhere remote, fishing, love to hike, bicycling, anything in the outdoors, anything
sense.
outside,
Makes
anywhere where I can do something outside.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing that with us, and certainly appreciate all the work you do here. And thanks.
Thank you.
Everybody, thanks for watching.
Nice to meet you.